It's Week 6 in the NFL as Baltimore welcomes the reigning Offensive Rookie of the Year for the first time. Can Justin Herbert lead the Chargers past the Ravens? Find out next on EA Sports.
They love their crab cakes and they love their football. That's what Maryland does. And we are at M&T Bank Stadium down near the inner harbor of Baltimore. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Los Angeles Chargers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Raven team as they get ready here. They come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Chargers, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Time to see this wide-open Baltimore offense go to work, and leading them, pretty darn good one, Lamar Jackson out of Louisville.
And for how good he is throwing the ball, it's his running that makes him so dangerous. He had a couple of touchdowns on the ground in last week's game, so we'll see what they dial up for him for this one.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now. Play action. It's Jackson. Got some room at the 30. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a 1st down. A handoff. It's Murray. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On 1st down, Murray. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go play action with Jackson, rolling to his right. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick, and a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. The Charger offense ready for their first possession, and it's Justin Herbert at the helm in his 2nd season now out of Oregon.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. On second and 11 now. Herbert looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Kelly. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty is going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
Now Herbert gives this one to Kelly. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. Back to throw here, Herbert. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
And Jared Cook's been doing this for a lot of years, the last two in New Orleans. The Chargers turned to him after losing Hunter Henry to New England in free agency, and they made a nice decision.
Look at this, a tight end carry. Malik Harrison on the tackle. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Well, that run good for 7 yards, and that'll do it for the first quarter of play. Herbert wants to throw it on 3rd and 1. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And the Chargers are going to have a first and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1. The gain of 5 that time gives them the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. Running right with Kelly. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Second down and goal. Herbert. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Calais Campbell fighting his way home for the sack.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Justin Houston, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on 2nd and goal, a sack on 3rd and goal, now brings up a decision on 4th down.
McPherson's kick is good. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice win for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Kelly. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. A nice little gain. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. A give left side, Kelly. Kelly with a first down and more. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. 51 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Herbert on first down now. Open man is Trey Burton. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10. Now it's Herbert. And this will be a dump off for Kelly. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy's made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
Herbert throwing again. He's going to dump this one down to Kelly. And the Chargers are going to be set up with a first and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. That's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a first and goal. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Herbert. And this is incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd and goal. Herbert now. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half. Unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is, because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
He's going to find Cook here in the end zone for a Charger touchdown. Jared Cook, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. From the 10. And he returns this to the 22.
Let's go. Let's do this.
Latavius Murray getting set to go again. And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some...
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
49's the mic. Watch 49. Hey, let's get on.
Here's Jackson. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one. So on fourth down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Pushes past him. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Charger drive about to get going. They'll run on first down. Kelly. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Kelly tries the right side. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number one. We have hit No, I'm not mad at you for skipping halftime, but can I just have a sip of water real quick, please? Thank you. All right, let's go. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here are the Chargers to take over. They fell last week to Cleveland, but they're on top here as they start this drive 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 35.
Charles, when you talk about free safeties, I think one word comes to mind, range. And we saw an example of a rangy free safety right there.
And you can just see that whole play developing. That's where, as a defender, you just lock in on your target and say, I'm not even thinking about breaking stride. I'm running straight for the belt buckle, because where it goes, that's where you find his body. And he was able to get in there and make a great play.
Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Kelly. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps them pick up the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Funches has it complete. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down.
1st down, Chargers.
Now Kelly running left. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And the tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. They'll hand it off to Kelly. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. They snap it to Herbert. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. Touchdown, Chargers. Joshua Kelly. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that makes our score 17-0. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
Fielded right around the 8.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Room to run at the 50. Still going inside the 30. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. Well, we talk a lot about explosive plays on offense. How about an explosive play on special teams? Certainly one there on the kick return for a touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field.
And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And a nice stiff arm. It opens room to run. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, and this defense has had its share of problems getting guys to the ground. And here's another example. They never should have allowed this play to gain as many yards as it did, but poor tackling early in the play led to big yardage after the fact.
And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
That's a big letdown defensively. They had him stop behind the line, but the face mask going to bail the offense out.
And the hand does not have to be up there for too long. Just a little bit of a grab is going to be enough to get the call and the 15 yards against them.
It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Kelly. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. So now it's 3rd and goal. This Raven defense trying to keep him out of the end zone.
Kelly again.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
Joshua Kelly.
His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Chargers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. And McPherson on for the extra point.
And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Lamar Jackson, touchdown number 18 on the year.
And the Ravens have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
The Charger drive about to get going. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after them right here. I want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football. You've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, Herbert. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 27-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another 1st. On 1st down, it's Kelly. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line.
In to make the stop, Patrick Queen, the linebacker, the Ravens' leading tackler in 2020.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
85 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Now a give, right side. It's Kelly. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
So the face mask moves him closer, and now 1st and goal. A give. This is Kelly. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers. And this, not always an easy proposition, Charles. You had a West Coast team that traveled east, but they got the job done.
And there's so much that goes into it because your body time and your body clock is different from what you're used to west, because if you go east, you're going to lose up to 3 hours. right? So is your body going to be awake when it's time to play? A lot of teams actually rehearse it. They practice it. Maybe the week of the game, they move everything up to that time frame so guys get used to doing it that way. I remember when I played at Tennessee, when we had to go from east to west, our trainer, Tim Karen, said, leave your watches on East Coast time. Every piece of information we got was East Coast Standard Time. Try to psychologically tell us what to do, as well as prepare our bodies the same way.
So for the Chargers, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Cincinnati Bengals.